Alright guys, in this video we're gonna work on the backflip. Not snowboard backflip, just a normal trampoline backflip. There's a lot of mistakes that people do, and they're always the same, and they look pretty much like this. Get my steez on. You guys like that? I'll do it again. Superman backflip like the oldies. So what is the mistakes in there? It's the head. It hurts my neck every time. Getting old, I guess. Why I don't want to pull my head to the back? It's because right here I can see my landing and I can't see it up. And I can see it here. The main idea is to reduce the amount of time that we are not seeing, or to increase the time of our vision so we can know where we are in the air, and then we can control the backflip better. So I want to look in front of me. So at first, it's hard to look in front of you just because you're used to pull your head in that direction. So we're just gonna think of maybe looking in front of us, and then we pull our head like usually. And then we look a little longer, and then we go. And then we want to look a little longer, and then we go. So now, I can see, and I can see again right away. So the amount of time that I don't see is really, really short, and that's the key. Another problem that I see with these backflips, and people drag their legs behind them, like this. You want to get in that position where you want to grab. And you don't want to grab like this. So you want to bring your legs up. So we look in front of us, we look, and then we bring our knees up. When we get comfortable with this, we can start grabbing our feet. I suggest right hand, left toes, or left hand, right toes. Again, the main focus is to look in front of us so we can know where we are. The other biggest problem I see is people do backflip with their upper body. So what they do, they travel backwards. So they go like this. This is really dangerous, especially when you start doing preparation of double backflip. If you travel, when you'll go harder, you'll travel more. You don't want to do this. 95% of the power of flipping should come from the hips and not from the upper body. So I want to push my hips forward so we don't travel. Pushing the hips and an attack. So to flip, you want to have a start, a vision, an evaluation, and an action. So you want to take off, look, and take an action. I look, I see I don't have enough flip, I tuck, so it flips faster. Or I take off, I see I have too much flip, and I slow it down. You really want to start relating the vision from here to here. So when we do a 360 or a spin, when we do a spin, we can relate this to this, so we know it's there. When we start here, we know it's there, so we go get it right here. So we need to be able to connect this one to here, because this is the spotting, and the main control is come from the start. So I look in front of me, oh, I don't have enough, I tuck. I look in front of me, well, I have too much, I don't tuck too much. So I know when I take off. Now that we're becoming pretty good at it, we can start using the bed for power. Using the bed for power is come from the foot. So we're pushing. So let's say I'm jumping and then you push my lower body forward. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna start flipping. If I have a little bit, I have a backdrop. If I have a little more, I'll land on my head. If I have a lot, I'll do a backflip. So now I'll do a backflip just with my ankles, only with my feet, pushing the bed of the tram this way and bringing my feet up. It looks like that. And I'm gonna use more and more just my feet. Ooh, maximize hats floating around. So what happened there is I produce power with my lower body so I can have more power for an eventual double back. So, pushing my foot forward, looking in front of me, hips tuck, control. The next step for the backflip, it's good to look in front of you. It would be better if we can look beside us. Eventually, we're gonna need that. It's basic stuff. So backflip, trying to look to the left the whole time. That's actually really hard, so you're gonna need to practice that a couple times before you get used to it. But it looks like that. Looking here, backflip, and I keep my head here. Again, I'm looking here, and then I bring it back. So I can see the whole time. So I know exactly where I am the whole time. Now we do it to the right side. Looking the whole time. We can grab it. Oh, looking the whole time. This is my bad side. Everybody has a bad side. So we can grab. Looking the whole time. So that allows us for an eventual underflip. Looking the whole time, but for now, work on that basics. Let's talk physics a little bit. If I'm tall, it's gonna be slow flipping. If I'm tuck, it's gonna be fast flipping. Same with the people that do skating, artistic skating. If they spin like this, it's gonna be really slow. And then when they go like, they spin really fast. Same thing with the backflip. So now we need to learn how to control the backflip. So let's say I'm flipping fast, and then I slow it down. Flipping fast, slowing down. Let's exaggerate that a little bit. Let's flip fast, and then slow down. So the other one would be slow, too fast. Tall, and then tuck. And if you see, I'm looking in front of me so I can know where I am and when to tuck. That's the main thing. So you can practice that. It's going to be really important to control your rotation and to eventually be able to do a double back. When you'll be on snow, the trampoline, it's easy. The timing, it's always the same, you know? 1, 2, maybe 1.5 seconds, you know? Then we do the backflip and we can do it with the timing. But the main thing is to be able to control the backflip. Because if you hit a jump and there's a 100-foot landing and you land in a knuckle here, you'll have 2 seconds of air time. If you land here every time, you'll be able to go with timing if you want. But if at some point snow conditions is super good and then you go super fast and whoa, and you overshot the landing, you'll land far down, you'll be traveling for 4 seconds. Maybe 3, who knows. The timing is gonna be longer, so you'll have to control the flip from the start. Taking off, looking what happened, and going in your flip. So that's where the vision in front of you is really important to be able to control a nice end of your backflip. Another big mistake that I see is people that goes a bit sideways in their backflip, you know? I don't know, I'm not sure how you guys do that, but you know, sideways. So if you have trouble, you need to look in front of you. So again, take a point of vision, and my point of vision is gonna be the camera right now, so it'll be you guys. And I'm gonna try to aim my 2 feet right beside the lens. So if we look in front of you at the takeoff, then we'll be able to aim our feet. And if you look, if your backflip is wrong, is sideways, and you look at the camera, you'll see it. My feet just went beside the lens, or this way. It's like, it's frustrating. Because normally it's a bad habit that you guys have and it's hard to cancel. So just look in front of you and aim your 2 feet right beside your point of view. That's gonna be the one that is straight in front of you. If I'm trying to look but my feet always go sideways, then aim there the other side, you know? And then I'm sure if you try to aim them there, they'll go pretty much straight forward. Same thing for the other side. If you do them wrong here, then you still look there, you can't do it for any reason. Then look there and aim there, and then it'll be straight. And eventually, if you want to look in front of you, then you aim there. But when you go, you look exactly in front of you, so you make it straight. Maybe sometimes it's because you're using one arm more than the other, so that makes you go sideways or crooked or not straight. So just try to be straight up with both hand up, and then same thing with the toes. If you're using one leg more than the other, it'll make you spin. So just try to do everything in one motion straight up. If you're having trouble with that, you always can start with backdrops. So just starting stop on your tramp, looking forward, and then on your back. If your feet go sideways, then correct them right straight in front of you, and that might help. Doing the backdrop is gonna help too, to use the bed with your toes, as I was saying earlier. So pushing my foot forward, pushing my foot forward. If you don't feel it, try to move forward. So pushing my foot forward, moving forward. That's gonna help you with the back gainer. The back gainer is really important to increase power in your rotation of the backflip. If you're moving backwards, you're gonna have a lot of power, no problem, but it'll be out of control. If you start moving your hips forward and you do, we call that backflip gainer, then you need more momentum with your hips to be able to complete the backflip. So the back gainer is pretty much harder than a normal backflip. So how I do that, I want to push my hips forward and I want to push my foot forward at the same time. A lot of people is going to have a hard time to do this, and that's because they're leaning backwards at the start, because this is the way they learned it and this is their bad habit. So they're here, leaning backwards, and you try to push your hips. Impossible. So you're going to have to hit the bed with your upper body leaning forward a little bit, so then you can push your hips in there. So it looks like this. So a lot of hips action, a lot of foot action, and I'm going forward. If you do that at home, make sure you land on your heels, because if you don't, you'll fly off your tramp. So hips forward first, hip forward, looking, tuck, so we can control the flip nice and easy.